teen books. So, oh. Hey guys, it's Emma. Today I have a book haul. It's actually my first book haul. Yesterday was my birthday, so my parents gave me some money and I went downtown finally. I've been wanting to do this for weeks now, ever since I started watching booktube. Everybody's been recommending all these books, everybody's been reading and keep saying that they're really good, so I finally went out and was able to get a few of them. I actually got quite a few of them. I got 18 books today. So most of them are young adult, and then there's some that are adult. And then some of them are also secondhand, because I went to the secondhand shop first to see if I could get as many there as I could before I went to Chapters, and then I bought a few at Chapters that are brand new. So I'll start with the used ones first. First I bought, by the way, also I don't know a ton about each of these books. Like, I'm not going to go into details about them, I'll just kind of briefly say something about them, what I know. So the first one I have is Cinder by Marissa Mayer. This is a retelling of Cinderella, set in like a sci-fi kind of fantasy world where Cinderella is a cyborg. And it's the first book in a trilogy, so that's exciting because I really like it. Those are the books to read after. Next I have If I Stay by Gail Forman. I heard that Gail Forman, I kept seeing that her on booktube that she kept being recommended, just her books in general, as like, I think she's mostly just contemporary romance. So this is about a girl there's tragedy in her family, and then I think it's just about how she deals with it afterwards and decisions and stuff that she has to make. Next I have The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. I don't know how you say that, sorry. But this is about the Lisbon sisters. There's 5 of them, and they commit suicide when they're teenagers, I think. And it's about how these guys are trying to figure out what happened to them and why they committed suicide. So, kind of sounds interesting, kind of a mystery thing. And I started reading this one today, actually. Next I have We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is also another book that's been going around a lot. People keep recommending it. It's about this rich family who have a private island, and they spend the summer there, and it's just about how secrets and stuff come out, there's drama and whatnot. So it kind of sounds exciting and interesting. Next I have Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear. Again, not sure if that's how you say it. This is like a kind of a time travel book set in the 18th century and also contemporary London, so it goes back and forth because it's time travel. And I think it's a bit of mystery romance kind of novel, young adult novel, so it sounds kind of fun. And I think it's the first book in a trilogy, so there's more books after it. The next I bought was The Lovely Bone by Alice Sebold. Again, not sure how you say these last names, but this is actually, I think it's a movie as well. And I heard that it was a movie, and I heard that it was good, but I haven't seen it yet. And then I found out it was a book as well, so I went and bought it. And it's about how these children are being killed by this serial killer, and the children go up to heaven and they watch down on earth their parents and their families like dealing with the murders and figuring out who their killer is. So it sounds kind of interesting. The next I bought was All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. It's about these 2 people, a German boy named Werner and a French girl named Marie, and it's set in World War II, and their separate lives. I think it's told from both their perspectives, and then as the book goes on, both of their lives sort of come together, the paths kind of cross. And again, it was a bestseller, so I've heard good things about it, so I'm looking forward to that one. Next I have Stolen by Lucy Christopher. It's about this girl who was taken at an airport when she was with her family, and this is basically a letter to her kidnapper about her time with him and how she escaped, because I'm assuming she escapes and she's writing a letter, but I don't really know. So that's another one I'm looking forward to. Also I bought The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This was also another one that's been going around the booktube channels, highly recommended. I think it's also book 1 in a trilogy, and it looks really interesting. I'm really not sure what this one's about. I think it's kind of supernatural, mystery, romance. I really don't know, but it looks really cool, so I bought that one. And then I bought The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, which is actually J.K. Rowling under another pen name. And this is the second book in the Cormoran Strike series. Cormoran Strike, he's a private detective, and I'm pretty sure the first book was The Cuckoo's Calling, and I'm pretty sure you don't have to have read that one to read this one. Like, I don't think they're connected. It's the same detective guy, but I don't think you have to have read both books. At least I hope not, because I didn't buy the first one. I just went and bought this one because I saw it there on the shelf, and it's like a murder mystery about this wife's husband. He goes missing, so she hires this detective to find him, and the guy who's a writer, he's written a manuscript that if it's published it will damage a lot of people, and then he finds that he's been murdered, so the detective guy, Corman Strikes, trying to figure out what happened and why he was murdered. Yeah, so it sounds kind of interesting. The next I bought is The Robber Bride by Margaret Atwood. It's about these 3 women who were sort of taunted by this girl in college. She was really mean to them, and then she died. But apparently she didn't really die, because she's now back in town, so they're wondering, like, what happened. Like, was she really dead, or, you know, obviously she wasn't really dead, but she came back. But so they're I think it's about kind of like what really happened, and I guess the drama that ensues with them, because now this girl who taunted them in college, she's back, and yeah, so it sounds kind of interesting. And I haven't read a Margaret Atwood book yet, so I looked up her books and I saw this one look kind of interesting, so I went and bought this one first. So those are all the used books. I'm gonna go into the brand new books now. Not that it really makes a difference, but anyway. So the first book I have that I bought at Chapters is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I heard Stephanie Perkins was also a really highly recommended contemporary romance novelist, so this is book 1 in a trilogy. So I'm looking forward to it. It's supposed to be a really cute kind of romance novel, so yeah. The next I bought is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Again, another highly recommended author and book that I kept hearing about. Rainbow Rowell, she's written a bunch of other contemporary romance novels, so I really wanted to get started on reading some of her stuff, so I just picked up this one, and to see if I like it. Next I bought The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. This just sounded really interesting. I really don't know, again, what this one's about, but I think it's about this girl, Mara Dyer, who's, she's weird things that happen in her life, and she's kind of figuring out, she's like, basically it says, yeah, she's wondering, like, is she losing her mind? Like, just these weird things keep happening. I really don't know, but it just sounded really cool, so I went and bought it, and this is also book 1 in a trilogy. Next I bought Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. This looked really cool. Again, I don't really know what it's about. I think it's like it says modern fantasy about forbidden love and an ancient epic battle and the hope for a world remade. So there you go. But other than that, I don't really know exactly what it's about. And again, it's book 1 in a trilogy. Yeah, so we'll see. And the next I bought is The Selection by Kira Cass. This is about these 35 girls who compete to be the princess of this country, and I think it's kind of a cross between like reality TV and fantasy genres, so, and romance too, like there's betrayals and revenges and drama and stuff, so it just sounds like kind of a fun, exciting read. And then next I bought is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This is like another bestseller. It's been made into a movie, and it's been highly recommended. It's like a mystery going on about this guy. His wife goes missing in this town, so he starts uncovering all these secrets about what's really going on in the town and what happened to his wife. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting that one. And then the last book I bought was, I forgot to put this in. This is actually one that I bought used, but I forgot to. It doesn't really matter. This is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Liva Bray, another author that I've heard good things about. So this one is about a girl named Gemma. There's tragedy in her family, and she goes away to this academy in London, and she starts hanging out with these like really powerful girls, this clique of girls, and learns about weird stuff. I really don't know. I mean, I think she has like visions and things too in her mind about the future that are really dark. So yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. So that was my first book haul, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.